Learning C++ with Dheraxys. I am your host Mason, also known as Dheraxys. Ooh. Boom. That is our flowchart. Very, very easy. Now I'm doing this with www.draw.io. It's a Google thing, just because it's easier to use than like you could do it in like say Microsoft Word. You can do it in pretty much anything where you can input shapes. You can use to do this. So yeah, that was pretty easy, pretty painless. We're gonna head on over into Microsoft Visual Studio, Express 2012 for Windows Desktop, and we're gonna click on New Project. And I'm actually gonna move this one into my college folder, because this is for college. Game programming projects. Whoops. Labs. Lab 01. Alright, so I'm going to put it in this folder here. Labs and Lab 01. Make sure it's a Windows 32 console application. Like always, click OK. I forgot to name it. Crapola. Close that. New project. It's in the right location. Boom. Lab 01. Okay. Next, make sure it's an empty project, console application, click finish. There you go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's loading. I'll cut to when it's done. Sorry about that cut. I was like, well, I don't know why I was saying sorry. It was a cut that was instantaneous for you guys, but I was like, a long time for me. Yeah. Where was I? Lab 1, source files, yes. So right click, add, new item, C++ file, and we're going to call this, we'll just call this, I guess, trip calculator.cpp, and we're going to add it. Okay, I got a little word there. We're going to paste in our standard code there. Easy peasy. And so now what we're going to want to do is this. Let's see, we need distance, price per gallon, miles per gallon. Alright, so those will all be variables for us. And then we'll have a total variable. So, should they be doubles? Yes, they should all definitely be doubles. Yeah, every single one of them. But first, we'll just do this, cout. What was the first thing I said we were doing in the flowchart? Determining the distance. So, cout, how far are you driving? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's our first line of code right there. Lots of cuts here. Okay. So how far are you driving? And then we'll do cin, boom boom, distance. That's a function. Huh. Boom. And so now we need to actually declare that variable. Double. Just realized my freaking WAS and D keys are blank. So double and then distance. It's a little worried there, so I'm gonna save real quick because it froze for a second there, and that is worrying. So with that saved, and we have our variable distance here, we're also going to want double, and let's see, what is it? We need our price per gallon, so we'll say PPG, price per gallon, and then we'll need double, and then MPG, miles per gallon, and double, we'll do total. So those are all four of the variables we'll need. So we'll put them up here. We have distance. Oops. We have, oh, my bad. It's a double, and it is the total distance driven. And then we have PPG, which is a double, and that is the price per gallon of gas. And then we have, 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 I'm very, very repetitive. Double. And that is average, right, miles per gallon. Sorry, my brain's a little cloudy right now. Lots of real life stuff going on. Double and this is the total cost of the trip. Easy peasy. That's our variable dictionary right there. Pow. Boom, bang, bada bing, bada boom. So we have that there. That's one chunk of code there. And then cout, we'll do, oh, you know what? I forgot to do end line, end line. Oopsies. You know what? We'll just do one end line there. Yeah. And then we'll do an end line before and after this. So an end line here. Remember, you don't have to do the end lines the way I'm doing them. It's just the way I like to do them. So, boop. End line. Don't ask me why I did this forwards, backwards, middle. I'm not quite sure why either. So now we're going to have the... I'm so sorry about all the jump cutting. Like, I really am. But if it wasn't for the jump cutting, it would just literally be like minutes of silence at a time. So I hope you can forgive me. So now we need to determine the price per gallon. So what's the average price of gas per gallon? Boom. And then we'll do CN. And then we'll do our PPG variable. Oops. All right. And then we're going to go through this, and we're actually going to comment all of it. Speaking of commenting, I need to comment my name up here. All right. Oh. So then cout. Boom. Nope, wrong way. And then we're actually going to just copy this format here. Control C. Uh-oh. Okay. Control V. And I'm going to save. And then what is the average mileage of your vehicle? And then, oops, CN. This is very easy stuff. This is just inputs and outputs, just the very basic IO stream stuff. So then CN, this will be our MPG. So then total is actually going to be equal to what is total equal to? All right, so the it took me way too long to figure out, so I just it shouldn't have taken me that long, because obviously it's just distance times the price per gallon times the miles per gallon. Because let's say it's like $2 per gallon multiplied, however many miles you can get in that gallon, right? Times the amount of miles you're driving overall. So, yeah. So we're just going to go to cout, and then we'll do that, and we'll say this trip will cost you, and then total bum. Yeah, the space dollars. So if I did that right, which I'm pretty sure I did, that should work. So if we save and then run the program here, any second now it should load up. Oh, it's building. All right. Right, because I didn't build it at all, so it's going to take a little bit to build. So build succeeded. Here it is here, and variable distance is being used without being initialized. Continue. Break. Okay, so I guess we can't use distance? What the heck? Why do these all have a... Alright, so that can't be distance. We'll have to call it, miles overall, I guess. So the miles. Save. Build. Yes, stop debugging. What's wrong? Oh, whoops. Didn't change that. Miles. Save. Build. And the build should succeed fine? Yes. Alright, so let's run the program here. Miles is being used without being initialized. How is it not being initialized? I don't understand. This is the next statement that will be executed to change the statement. Which statement is executed next? Drag the arrow. This may have unintended consequences. So, okay, so I gotta get rid of that. So we'll just declare the variable here, and then down here we'll say total is equal to, and then that. Boom. So that should work fine. Boom. PPG is being used without being initialized. Okay, break. What the heck just happened? This isn't what I coded. Excuse me? Okay, that was a little weird. Not quite sure what that was. Stop. Alright. Double PPG, double. I don't see what the issue with this is. I guess we'll just do price miles gallon. So we'll change that here as well. So price and then miles gallon. I really didn't think there would be an issue with those names, but I guess there is. Miles gallon. So that should be fine. God help me. Alright, so how far are you driving? Let's say we're driving from Rhode Island to California. So that's about 2,900 miles. 2,900, we'll say 0.87 miles. And then what's the average price of gas per gallon? Right now, across the country, I would probably say it's like $2.50. And then the mileage, average mileage of my vehicle is about 28.8. So this trip will cost me $208,863 in gas. I feel like that's wrong. I feel like that's very, very wrong. And but the program runs fine, and that's what matters. It runs perfectly normal. I just think I definitely got that formula wrong. Give me a second here while I figure that out. Okay, so it turns out I'm actually an idiot. So it's distance divided by, whoops, divided by miles gallon times the price. So that took me way too long to figure out. That's really silly of me. But yeah, it's the total distance divided by the average miles per gallon of your vehicle multiplied by the price. Because if you do, you know what, that makes sense. Miles divided by miles per gallon leaves gallons. Gallons divided by gallons leaves price. That makes sense. That makes sense. Makes a whole lot of sense. So if we just save it here and then we build it and run it, this should be